The most important of all that Jesus taught us is what he said about the kingdom of God. Jesus taught us to pray, and he said, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." You know, everyone seems to be waiting to go to heaven, but Jesus says that there is an eternity of blessing for his people right here on earth. In this book, Applying the Kingdom, Dr. Myles Munroe talks about how the life of the kingdom of God can and should work in our everyday life. Dr. Myles Munroe, don't let the doctor in his name fool you. His teachings and his stories are down to earth. They're easy to understand and easy to apply. Dr. Munroe has articulated perfectly in this book the truths of Jesus' teaching on the kingdom. Applying the Kingdom by Dr. Myles Munroe thoroughly explains how the greatest tragedy in life is not death, but it is life without a purpose. The greatest challenge in life is knowing what to do. The greatest mistake in life is being busy but not being effective. The greatest failure in life is being successful but on the wrong assignment. Let's watch Dr. Myles Munroe talk on the kingdom of God.
That's our next point. How do you live in the kingdom? I figured it out, and it works. Here it is. It's found in beginning in Matthew 13:11. Jesus replied, "The knowledge of the secrets of the kingdom of heaven has been given to you, but not to them." In other words, the kingdom has some secrets that make the kingdom work. So here's my punchline for tonight. Yeah, I want to get this to you. Watch this. Matthew 16:19. "I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven," not two now, "of whatever you bind on earth will be what? Bound in heaven. Whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven." Okay, now, I was brought up in a religious environment that misused this verse. Because this verse have been applied to binding demons and loosing angels or something. Or binding money and losing money. Is that right? I mean, come on, let's be honest. As a matter of fact, the charismatics have really perfected this particular verse. They perfected this one. Now, but have you noticed it ain't working? You know people, man. They binding stuff and they ain't never get bound. Loosing stuff and they never get loose. Why? Misuse of verse. That's what you call experiment with the key. I hope this works. Read the verse. The verse ain't got nothing to do with no demons. He's talking about functioning in the kingdom. He says, "I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven." Now, the Greek word for bind is lock. The Greek word for loose is unlock. He's talking about a lock. He says, look, whatever you unlock on earth, heaven have to unlock for you. Whatever you lock up on earth, heaven is locked up with. So if you don't know how to open up something, then heaven cannot get it to you. You get it? Someone get it? He says the key to getting stuff out of heaven is learning how to unlock, how to use the keys of the kingdom. Now, it's so wonderful, man. Do you know the next verse is? And we're going to teach you on this when we study the keys individually. Because what I've done is I've gone through the entire 4 Gospels myself. I've peeled through every single line, and I have found all the keys. I'm a dangerous man. I found all the keys, brother, and they are in there. Let me give you one. Right after this verse, verse 19, the next verse says, "And if you offended someone." Now, what was he talking about? He's talking about keys. He says, look, you want to lock heaven up fast? Have unforgiveness. He says the way you lock heaven is unforgiveness. The way you unlock it is forgiveness. He says, and if you do not forgive, then your Father shuts down. He can't forgive. And if you forgive, then the Father forgives.
This is an awesome book, one that will change your life and open doors that you never dreamed were possible. Order Dr. Myles Munroe's series on the Kingdom of God from Destiny Image. You can click on the website, call the toll-free number, or go to your favorite online bookstore. And as always, Destiny Image books are available at bookstores everywhere. Thanks.